वृंदाय तुलसीदेवाय प्रियाय केशवस्य च विष्णुभक्ति प्रतिदेवी सत्यवती नमो नमः।
वृंदाय तुलसीदेवाय प्रियाय
केशवस्य च विष्णुभक्ति कृष्णाय तुलसीदेवाय प्रियाय केशवस्य च विष्णुभक्तिप्रतिदेवी Bhakti Pratidevi Satyavati Namo Namaha. Vrindaya Tulsidevaya Priyaya Keshuvasya Cha Vishnu Bhakti Pratidevi Satyavati Namo Namaha. श्रीमती वृंदा देवी तुलसी महारानी की
I see. Okay. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Welcome everyone to Yoga for the Soul event. We are very happy that you're here with us today to hear the glories of Lord Krishna and chant together. And this is a process that is recommended in this age of Kali. So we're going to begin with the kirtan with His Holiness Ananda Loka, Swami. Ananda Loka Swami.
I'm not a Swami.
I'm sorry, Prabhu. Ananda Loka Prabhu is...
I'm in the third stage. I'm Vanaprastha.
Vanaprastha, okay. So Prabhu is a disciple of Srila Prabhupada. And right now he's traveling everywhere. He took Vanaprastha a couple of years ago. 20 years or so. Yeah. He's been traveling everywhere and helping with the Sankirtan movement. We're very blessed and fortunate to have his association, and he's going to lead us into the kirtan. So please join him when he begins. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you for the promotion. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaurahani Pracharine Devasesha Sunyavani Rasataru Sukharine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaurahani Pracharine Devasesha Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Guru Nityananda Niyamita Shivasari Guru Bhakta Jaya Sri Krishna Shri Advaita Gadadhara Jaya Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sita Sadhu Gaura Bhakta Krishna Chaitanya Guru-Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Sartory Bhakta-vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Guru-Nityananda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada,
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So we'd like to announce there's this one lovely couple who just are moving to California. Ram Swarup Prabhu, many of you know. And what is the Mataji's name again? Santoshi Mataji. And their little ones. They're leaving right now to the airport to go. They came to say goodbye to all of us. They're already on the way. I'm sorry, we didn't get a chance to introduce you. But very nice couple, very nice devotee family. And so I guess whenever we go to California, we'll get to see them. Or San Francisco. We're in San Diego, I think. San Francisco.
Yes. San Francisco.
ISV. Okay, so they're moving to San Francisco. Close to ISV. It's called Silicon Valley. Yes. So now, thank you, Prabhu, so much for leading a beautiful kirtan and sending us back to Golok Dham, where we're supposed to eat. Now we're going to continue with Varsana Chitra Mataji singing kirtan. And please join her, so that way we all get to experience the bliss and continue on our path. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivashadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Gopal Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Jaya Radha Govinda Radha Govinda Shri Radhe, Govinda Radha Govinda Shri Radhe, Jaya Radha Shama Sundar Radha Shama Sundar Shri Radhe, Radha Shama Sundar Radha Shama Sundar Shri Radhe, Jaya Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram, Jaya Vrindavan Dham, Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram, Jaya Vrindavan Dham, Jaya Vrindavan Dham, Jaya Radhe Radhe Radhe, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Hari Naam Sankirtan ki jai, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol.
Haribo. Thank you so much, Barsachita Mataji, for that beautiful kirtan. And at this point, I wanted to ask you, how many of you are here for the first time to this event? One Mataji here, two over there. Are you also from? This one here, yes. Okay, so if you don't mind, please tell us your name, how did you hear about us, and how long have you known about this Hare Krishna?
Hi, my name is Allegra. I heard about you through Camila here, my friend from the yoga teacher. What was the other thing? How did I hear about you? And
Hi, my name is Tatiana. I used to go to West Palm Beach. Yeah, and then Diva, Diana, Alex told me that you guys here. We just met today. She just couldn't make it today. So that's what I'm here.
And Mataji, first time also here. Yeah, here. Yeah.
I'm Rose. I'm from Brazil, but I live here. In that invite, yeah, spiritual guide meditation. Yeah. So, Hare Krishna. Thank you for having me here.
मेरा नाम कैलाश है और मुझको भगवती एंड यहाँ से मालूम चला।
Yes, my name is Shanti, and Bhagwati Babu and Neha, they always update us. First time we came in 1970. At that time, we heard about this institution and it was so nice. We really liked it very much. We always went there. We were like members. And then we got disconnected because we moved from place to place to place. And Neha always updates me, and Bhagwati Babu is always very kind to us.
So welcome to all the newcomers with 3 times loudly chanting, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Lakshmi Narasimha Prabhu here as well today. He's also Srila Prabhupada's disciple, as well as his Ananda Ananda Loka Prabhu. So we have two Prabhupada disciples here. So if you have any questions after the program, you can always go approach them. Okay. So we will continue with the kirtan with Narayana Rishi Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama,
Jaya Radha Govinda, Radha Govinda,
Shri Prabhu ki jai. So, welcome again, everyone. What I wanted to announce, somebody had come up to me a little while ago, His Grace Madan Mohan Prabhu, and said that anyone who is here for the first time and does not have a Bhagavad Gita, he will sponsor one. So please raise your hand if you don't have a Bhagavad Gita. So Prabhu, we have a Mataji here, okay? So I'll give you, before you leave, we'll give you. We will continue. Now, actually, we did Sankirtan. Sankirtan means congregational chanting of the holy name. Everyone together we chanted, right? And there's another kirtan as well, which is called japa. We done meditation. You heard of meditation before. So this japa is an individual japa, but we're going to do it together. And Sananga Prabhu is going to lead us into that session. It only takes about 10-12 minutes, depending on how fast or slow we chant. And then from there, we'll go. Oh yes, sorry. There's a bag of japa here. Somebody can pass this out. So while everyone is receiving, if you have your own japa bead bags, then you can use your own bags. If you don't have one, then we have one come to you.
Okay, in the meantime, I will just say something quickly. Like Mataji just said, we normally sing kirtan, but this is another kirtan that we do. Slowly, one-to-one with Krishna. We do, how do you call that? We do chant in congregational, everybody loudly, but now it's a bit silent, but you have to hear yourself, okay? You have to hear each and every syllable that you are saying. And there is only free word, nobody can say that it's difficult. There's only Hare, Krishna and Ram. Hare is the energy of Krishna, Radharani, and Krishna is Krishna, and Ram is the reservoir of our pleasure. And Krishna is the one who is all attractive. And who is not attracted to the all attractive? I think in everybody's heart, we are yearning for something. Deep inside, we are looking for something. But at the end of the day, this something is the one that we have left so long ago, but this person never left us. Everybody in this world, if you do something, you say something wrong to someone, they will tell you, okay, you go your way, I go my way. Highway, as we say. But sometimes they don't even talk to each other, they don't look at each other, they fight each other. But Krishna, He is the one who will tolerate us the most. Husband and wife have disagreement, sometimes they separate. Brothers, sisters, they get apart, they fight for something. Brothers, sisters, two brothers, there's always something. But the relationship with Krishna and us, it never goes away. Even if we want to go away, Krishna said, no, I will stay with you inside your heart. The day you start looking at me, oh, I will be the one who will embrace you. But this is what we are trying to do. Just concentrate on each word and each syllable and let's chant together. Actually, we will never be able to describe the holy name because Krishna has an expansion called Balaram, who is also Anantashesh. He has a form like on the Seshanag that has a lot of mouths, thousands and thousands. It is said that even with his mouth, for millions and millions of years, he's still talking about the holy name, but he has not been able to glorify the holy name. That now, how can we glorify the holy name? It's something that is beyond our understanding. And if I tell you sugar is sweet, and honey is also sweet, the only way you can differentiate between the sweetness between sugar and honey, you have to put your hand in the jar, and lick it and taste it. This is what we are trying to do. How do we taste the holy name? And it is said also when we chant japa together, it is even more powerful. Okay, let's start. On this first beat, we will chant the Panchatattva mantra, because if ever we make any mistake, if we make any offenses, they are the one who brought the holy name to us in Kali Yuga. That means they don't take any offenses, but Krishna sometimes takes offenses. That means on behalf of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we are chanting, even if we do some mistake, he will help us to correct it, okay? That means first beat with the one on top, we chant the Panchatattva mantra, and then on each and every beat, we chant the holy name every time, okay? Let's do together. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktavrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna. I hope you enjoyed it. And those who want to chant with us every day at 5 a.m. on the devotee group, we have a link that some of us join every morning. We chant together. That means those who want to chant together with us, don't hesitate. We will chant together on Zoom. Okay? Hari has go. Hare Krishna.
Haribo, thank you, Saranga Prabhu, for leading us into that nice japa session. And as he said, spiritual practice is one of these things that you take some time and you meditate. Meditate on what? You can't meditate on nothing, right? So the Lord is so kind, He descended in His holy name. That's why this Mahamantra is so powerful. There's so many mantras out there, but this Mahamantra is, in the Shastra it says, that this is the most powerful. And in the age of darkness, which is we are in right now, in Sanskrit it's called Kali Yuga. Can you say Kali Yuga? Kali Yuga. So Kali Yuga means the dark age. the age of conflicts and quarrels. So people fight about any little thing, right? There's no inner peace. So to get that relationship, the original relationship that we have with the Lord, we chant this mantra. So with this, I want to introduce His Grace Janeshwar Gauranga Prabhu. He's going to give a short class on charity. And just yesterday we had Akshaya Tritiya, one of the most auspicious days. In the year, there are so many auspicious days that come along, like Janmashtami, Radhashtami, all these Govardhan Puja, right? So yesterday was Akshaya Tritiya, and he's going to speak about that. So Janeshwar Gauranga Prabhu came to Krishna consciousness 30 years ago, and he is by profession a pharmacist, and he has taken up this process of practicing bhakti yoga and giving this knowledge to others. So today he's going to give a short lecture on his realizations also, as he speaks about charity and Akshaya Tritiya. So let's welcome Janeshwar Gauranga Prabhu by loudly chanting one time, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, everybody.
Krishna.
Please accept my humble obeisances. So let me start by saying that there are very many more qualified personalities in this room who can give a wonderful class. But I have been asked to do this service, so I will do it to the best of my ability. So please, I seek your blessings. Thank you so much. So before we start, we'll do the Mangalacharan and we'll do it together. Okay? Om Jnana Tinasya Anandana Salate Chakshurvitam Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sahitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Karamayam Dadati Svapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Dapat Kamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Cha Shirupam Sagajatam Sadhanam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sarita Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sadhanarita Shri Vishakam Suja He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpati Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastude Bhaktakanchana Gaurangi Shri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishvanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarusmaya Kripa Sindhu Vevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pyashaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshitarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasati Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So today I want to speak about charity. I know it's a little sensitive subject matter, but it's a very essential part of spiritual life. So, first of all, let me start by saying that this class is in no way intended to solicit any donations. This is just for the guidance in spiritual life. And the examples I may use in this class, again, they're not intended to solicit any donations, but those are the examples I use because I know about them. So, let's start by charity. So give me some examples of charity. What constitutes charity?
Philanthropy.
Sorry?
Philanthropic work. Philanthropy, something.
Right, but what examples of charity? What can you give in charity?
Donate money.
Money, okay, which is the most common one? Sorry? Time is actually more of sacrifice. It's charity, but it's the sacrifice. Time is a sacrifice. As a matter of fact, I was reading up on this. The IRS, if you give your time towards IRS, you cannot deduct that. so it's more like a service. Service is not it is sacrifice, but it's not really completely under charity. What else?
Blood, organs, hair.
Okay, so that's okay. Yeah, that's fine. You can give that insurance, right?
Feeding.
Goods, right? So for food, clothes, commodities, right? So, back in the days of Lord Krishna, commodity, which was the most, and today, which is the most important commodity? Gold, right? And we're missing one, very important, which we don't do it now, but it was done in the time of Lord Krishna. Cows. Who said cows? Livestock. Yeah, cows. Because remember when Krishna was born, Nanda Maharaj gave thousands and thousands of cows in charity, right? So now, how many of you say we should give charity? Okay, so quite. How many think it's optional? At least we all agree that we should give charity, right?
But we should.
So let's see what Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita about charity. In 18.5, Krishna says, acts of sacrifice, charity, penance are not to be given up. They must be performed. Indeed, they purify great souls. So he's saying we must. Okay, in 17:20, Krishna says, charity should be given out of duty, just like we said, without any expectation of return, at the proper time, proper place, to a worthy person. And if you do charity in that mode, it's considered charity in the mode of goodness. So this is charity in mode of goodness. And then we discuss a little bit about charity in the mode of passion, and there's also charity in the mode of ignorance. So now analyzing this verse, these two verses, 20 and 18.5, we get the following information, right? If we analyze the whole verse. That one must give charity as a matter of duty. So that's one thing we understand. We should give charity. Second thing, Krishna says, we should give charity without expectation of return. Now, I don't know about you guys, but before I came to Krishna consciousness, we were brought up, do something, give something, and something good will happen to you. Right? If somebody let's say somebody is suffering or something, give some charity, this will happen, or you want some good luck or something. So this is actually charity with expectation. Right? And Krishna says we should not do charity for any material for any material benefit, because then it becomes more like fruitive activity. So what should we do charity for then? If we don't want to expect something, we are not supposed to expect something, then why do we do charity? Anybody?
Purify our...
Exactly. So charity is done for purification and spiritual advancement. So keep this in mind, okay? And what we talk, but keep at the back of the mind, keep this. Charity is for purification and spiritual advancement. Very, very important. Any act not done with this in mind and expecting results is actually going to be binding. And then, again, depending on charity, what kind of charity we do and what kind of results we expect, the binding could be different, good karmas or bad karmas. Okay. Then let's see something else. Krishna says, give charity at a proper time. So what constitutes proper time? Anybody? When should we give charity?
When somebody is in need.
Bhadra Purnima.
Okay, so auspicious time, right? So, for example, festivals, right? These are auspicious days. So Janmashtami, Gaur Purnima is coming. And also appearance and disappearances of our acharyas. There's one thing. How about special months? Month of Kartik, right? It's always said if you do something in month of Kartik, what is it, 100 times? 1,000 times? Okay, and then you have Adhik Mas, the one which comes every 3 months. And that is what it's 100 times than Kartik, right? If I'm not mistaken. The Adhik Mas which comes every 3 months?
3
right.
years.
Every 3 years, excuse me, every 3 years. Okay? And then special days. When we just had a very special day yesterday, right? Akshay Triti, and we'll talk about that a little later on. So, if it says charity should be given at a proper time, right? So does it mean we should not give charity at any other time? What is it?
Every time is a proper time if you give it for Krishna.
Right. So when you give charity on these particular days and particular time, the benefit is much more greater. But that, like Prabhu said, it doesn't mean we don't give charity. If you're going to the temple, if you go to the temple and say, wait a minute, today is not Janmashtami, today is not Akshar, I'm not going to give donation today. No, that's not the idea. You to give charity. If some sadhu comes at your place and he asks for charity and so, then you say, wait a minute, today is nothing special. I want no. If you don't miss the golden opportunity. If you go to the temple, give charity. If some sadhu comes to your place, give charity. Okay? Now, Krishna says, when we are further analyzing the verse, Krishna says, give charity at a proper time. So, when give at we talked about proper time, at a proper place. So, any take what constitutes a proper place? Temple, okay. Anything else?
Holy places.
Holy places, okay, so holy dham, right? When you go to dham. Okay. Anything else? Spiritual gatherings. It doesn't necessarily have to be temple, right? You can have a spiritual gathering outside temple, right? And then just strictly charity events. And we'll talk about it when, if there's just strictly charity events, you can give charity at that time, okay? Now, then Krishna says, charity should be given to a worthy person. So here, we have to use our power of discrimination. How many of you have given charity without discrimination, without considering what the other person is going to do with the money? Okay, so we all have, right? Well, I want to give you this example, and this is a true story, actually. So, when you go at the traffic lights on the road, right? You say this guy's holding a sign, help me, need food, right? And then some of them say, we'll work for food, right? Has anybody of you given money to them? We all have, right? Okay. So now what happens? We have given the money thinking that this person needs the money, right? But we don't know how this person is going to use that money. He may buy food. Some of them, if you have noticed, they're carrying the sign, please help me, need food, and they're smoking cigarettes. Have you seen that? Yeah. See, he might buy a cigarette pack. Your money donation just went through his cigarette pack. Or he might buy alcohol, we don't know. Now, this is a true story. About 35 years ago, I know this gentleman who owned a convenience store in West Palm Beach on Okeechobee Boulevard. And mind you, keep this in mind, 35 years ago, right? So in his store used to come one of these guys holding the sign that will work for food or please help me. So what he used to do, he used to stop at the traffic light, right? And stop when the cars would stop, he would ask for donations. And believe it or not, okay, now look at this. 35 years ago, you know how much he used to make every week? And it's all tax-free. You don't have to give the IRS anything. About $400. Now, 30 years ago, $400 a week is a lot of money. And even now, it's not that it's a good amount of change. And he used to stand in the hot sun. So what he used to do? Every now and then, after a while, he'd take a break and come to this guy's store. Because it's hot out there, so he'll come in his store. And you know what he did? He used to buy a 6-pack of beer and keep it in the store. Because it's hot in the sun, so to get a little break, he'll come to this guy's store, drink a beer and go back. So this is now charity without discrimination. And we all went through that. In the purport of the 17th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, verse 20, Srila Prabhupada says this.
Charity given to a person engaged in spiritual spiritual activities is recommended. There is no recommendation of giving charity indiscriminately. Spiritual perfection is always a consideration. Charity to the poor is sometimes given out of compassion, but if the person is not worthy, then there will be no spiritual advancement. So we have to keep this in mind. When giving charity, are we going to make spiritual advancement? On the contrary, forget about making spiritual advancement. It will be detrimental to a spiritual life, right? You give charity to that person on the street, and he goes and buys a can of beer and drinks it. Well, guess what? You just adversely affect your spiritual life. Forget about it. Instead of making spiritual advancement, it's going to adversely affect you. So keep this in mind, okay? Now, I want to give you a couple of examples I want to give. I think about a year ago, maybe a little more than a year ago, we were in the parking lot at Walmart. We just finished our grocery shopping and we were getting ready to get into the car, and this guy stopped us. And he was very candid, you know. He said, "Please, can you give me food?" So we just wanted to test him. "You want food?" "Yeah." He says, "I don't need any money. Please give me food." So we had a bunch of grapes we had bought from the store. And he said, "You know, if you want, we can give you these grapes." He says, "Yes, I'll be very glad because I've not eaten anything from yesterday." Now, if we just give the grapes to the person, that is a good act of charity. But we also have to take spiritual consideration, right? Remember, Prabhupada said spiritual perfection is a consideration. So if we just had given the person those grapes, then that would have been a good act of charity because we are helping somebody. Spiritual benefit would be there, but more importantly, when giving charity, we also want to consider how else we can benefit the person. And what is the greatest gift we can give to somebody? Prasada. And of course, together with that, Harinam. So what we did, you know, in our car, and I'm sure everybody has a picture of Radha Krishna or Gaur-Nitai, whoever. So, you know, in a short notice, so we took those grapes and offered it to the Lord in the car, and then gave it to the person. So now what did you do? You gave the person prasada. So you started his spiritual life. And at the same time, now your act of charity was not only in the mood of goodness, but it was more of a devotional service too, because you're giving somebody prasada. So that's something to consider. Same thing, years ago we also had at the produce store, and her and I, we were shopping, and this lady approached us. "Can you give us money?" And we said, "No, how about if we buy you something?" Said, "Okay, please, okay, buy me something." And we bought her a bag of apples, I believe, right? It was apples? Yeah. And she was very, very appreciative. And of course, you know. So that's what we need to do. If you can, if you're not sure, then it's better to give goods which you can, in the form of prasad, like Prabhu said. Okay. So now, going back to that guy who was holding that sign, if you had stopped your car there and you wanted to help him, what would you do? Because you can't, you know, they will let's say that that this person was drinking beer. Let's say you're not sure and you want to help that person. What would you do? What is one of the things you can do to help him? Prashadam, right? Very good. So what kind of prashadam would you have in your car? You can't be carrying chapatis all the time in your car, right? Or you can't be carrying sabjis. So try something dry. And one of the best things is to carry cookies, exactly. So take cookies at home, offer it to the Lord, and when the guy knocks on your window, "Help me," he says, "Okay, so I have some cookies if you would like to have them." And when you give them cookies, also try to give them harinam, like Prabhu said. And what we do is, and I've seen a lot of devotees know that I have Hare Krishna Maha Mantra cards with me. Keep them with me, and if anybody of you want it, let me know, and I can make some for you. So you keep them in your car or in your purse, and when you give them prashadam, it's okay. Take this. This is spiritual food. It will help you, and chant this mantra. This will help you. Then it tells you, it will give you blessings, and because so newcomer in a very short period of time, telling them all the glories of Maha Mantra is not even appropriate because they may not understand it properly. So we know that Maha Mantra will give you the greatest benefit. And what is that? Increase that you started your spiritual life. So you tell them, just chant this mantra sincerely and God will bless you. And you got only 30 seconds, the green light is there, and you're gone. Right? Okay. So, taking all these persons into consideration, so who is the best person to give a charity? Anybody?
Brahmana.
Exactly. It is better to give charity to a Brahmana, and better still to give it to a Vaishnava. Because Vaishnava is going to use that charity in the service of the Lord. Okay? Now, we talked about charity giving to persons. Now, how about institutions? So, Srila Prabhupada says in the purport to Bhagavad Gita 17:21 that many charitable foundations give charity to institutions where sense gratification goes on. From this instruction, we should learn that we should not give charity to such institutions. So again, we have to be careful which organizations we give charity to. Very, very important. Do some research on your own, if not ask somebody, because out of charity, your hard-earned money may not be put to good use. And I actually did some research on the internet. You know what the average salary of a CEO of a non-profit organization is? Anybody?
Not 100,000.
250K.
How about, you want to go a little higher?
500K.
How about a little higher? $817,000 is the average salary of a CEO of a non-profit organization. Well, I would like to have such a job, right? Now, the money you give to this charity, this CEO is making a lot of money. And he's probably going to have a good time with your money. And a lot of these charity organizations, what do they do? Sorry?
Goodwill. We have goodwill here, right?
Yeah.
I was thinking it's
a non-profit, but it is a profit.
So much money.
The CEO of the goodwill of the whole institution makes tons of millions of dollars, right? But even they have so-called mini CEOs of these small, they make a lot of money too,
So much money.
So much money. So what do? All this money they'll donate something, they'll do whatever. So now you're giving it in mode of goodness, right? You're thinking they're going to use it, right?
You're giving it in goodwill.
What's that? you are giving in goodwill. But with all this money, of course, at the end of the year, which is the biggest holiday in the Western world at the end of the year? Christmas, right? So what do they do? Christmas party, where alcohol and non-veg will be going on. So now here is your money going to charity. So even when you give to institutions, you have to do your research when you're giving your money. So then, which is a good, how about giving money to educational institutions like schools or universities?
No, look at Columbia.
Sorry?
You give it to the university and then they have protests and everything else.
You know what Srila Prabhupada used to call universities? Modern universities. What did Srila Prabhupada call them? Slaughterhouse. Slaughterhouse. Exactly. So this university, because guess what? So that doesn't mean we don't go to the university, okay? Remember, we have to go to university to make a living, because we have to make a living. But at the back of the mind, you have to understand, these are slaughterhouses. They will not help your spiritual life at all. As a matter of fact, let's say you give a donation to a good university, okay? And they use that university to make a nice sports arena or a recreational facility or a dining hall. Well, guess what? Your money is just going to, spiritually speaking, you have just contributed nothing. You have actually been detrimental to your spiritual life, because sports arena, they'll do all these matches and enjoy it, recreational facilities, dining hall, they'll be serving non-vegetarian food. So all your money going to this institution is a waste of money. It's not going to help you spiritually at all. So then what kind of spiritual organization should we give money to?
Temple.
Temple, exactly. Right? But, again, important, I hate to say this, but we are in Kali Yuga. So do your research first, Make sure, the temples, there is good worship going on for the Lord, and there is a good facility for the members of the temple or new congregations or new visitors to develop their spiritual life, because you don't want to give money to a so-called temple, some tons of money. You go there and say we only open once a day, once a month, and then but we'll still have good facilities for our congregation. But so you want to make sure that basically the temple you give is engaged in the proper worship of the Lord, and there's a good facility of people to develop their spiritual life. And if you're not sure, do your research. If not, ask somebody. It's very, very important. Now, how about we can also give charity to institutions or facilities which are taking care of individuals, right?
Hospitals, I was going to ask.
Okay, and I'm going to get to that. So let's take into fasting institutions or facilities where people are taken care of, all elderly people are sick and all that, So you can give to the places, but again, make sure, for example, you just brought up a very good point, hospitals, right? Now, giving charity in the hospital, just an ordinary hospital, to be honest with you, that would be you're doing it in a mode of goodness, but still, your money, we don't know where it's going to be used, You can probably designate that I only want for this particular use. Otherwise, blanket charity, they may use it again, constructing a nice dining room. And I'm sure most of these hospitals, they don't serve vegetarian food. They probably have an option, but they have other options too. So your money going to hospitals also, if you're not very discreet as to where you want it used, it may end up in the wrong place. But you brought up a nice example. And again, like I said, I mentioned in the beginning, this is in no way to promote any particular facility, but I want to give an example. The Bhakti Vedanta Hospital in Mumbai, this is the project started by Srila Radhanath Maharaj. And it is a hospital where individuals, when you go to the hospital, you're taken care of. But guess what? It's not only for your physical sickness, also your spiritual life. It's said that Lord Jagannath, right? When people don't go out to take the darshans of Lord Jagannath, and Jagannath comes out, right? In the Bhakti Vedanta manner, every day, if you are in the room there, Lord Jagannath comes to you. The devotees bring the Lord Jagannath for you to have darshans, and you're eating prasadam there. And in the room, there's always kirtan going or something. So this is a nice institution, something like this. And if there are other hospitals like that, you can do your research, something nice to consider. So we have to be very careful. Sometimes we do these acts of charity, but we don't realize it becomes kind of indiscriminate, Yeah. Okay, then, and to give you a couple of examples, there is also an organization called in America called Vaishnava Care, where they take care of Vaishnavas. And then also there is another organization called Radha Seva, and I like that. What they do is, they take care of the elderly widows in Vrindavan, and they feed them prasadam and all that. So that is something nice to consider. And this is not only one, there's so many in India, other world. You have to do your research, that's what I'm getting to. And then also end of life care. The devotees have started, and I'm sure there are many, but I'm aware of one. It's the hospice in Vrindavan. This is a project started by Giriraj Maharaj. Thank you, Giriraj Maharaj. So it's something where the devotees are taken care of. And we are all going to go through that. At the end of our life, we will need some care. So it's something to consider, You're taking care of Vaishnavas. So charity just doesn't mean giving money to temple. You can do this. These are all done because taking care of devotees is devotional service. Krishna says in the, we were just reading recently in the Bhagavatam, Canto 3, where the Kumaras, they entered the Vaikuntha planet, and then they were stopped by Jain Vijaya. So anyway, to make a long story short, in one of the purposes, Krishna says that he eats by, when you do yagnas, when you do yagnas, he eats the food, right? Krishna eats the food. But he says he gets more pleasure when he eats through his brahmanas and devotees. So can you imagine, when we feed the brahmanas, the Vaishnavas, Krishna is even more pleased. So taking care of Vaishnava is very, very important, right? And in spiritual life, what is the three most important aspects of spiritual life? Nama Ruchi, Jivedaya, and Vaishnava Seva, right? Okay.
Prabhu, you may want to explain what is Vaishnava. A lot of people are new.
Yeah, so Vaishnavas are people, are the person who worships Lord Krishna or Lord Vishnu or any of his incarnations. So if you have heard of Lord Rama, Lord Nrsimhadev, Lord Varaha, and of course more popularly Lord Krishna. So any Vishnu Tattva, Lord Vishnu, Lord Narayan, anybody who worships this the Lord in this form is called a Vaishnava. Okay? Now, how about giving money to orphanages? Yes.
So going back to the previous question,
Yes.
so you said donating to Vaishnavas, right? Why not Shai Wise? Why is the difference?
What's that? Okay, see, when you donate to Shai Wise, again, it's an act of charity, right? And it will help you spiritually, right? But Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, the worship of the Vaishnava is the highest. So if you are giving in that mood, you can go, let's say you donate to a Shiva temple, right? But you're doing it in the mode of devotional service. For example, and I was going to just get to that. So better if you donate something, try to offer it to the Lord first and donate it. So I was just getting to giving charity to orphanages. So a lot of people give money to orphanages, which is a good thing. You're doing it in the mode of goodness. So the orphanages, they'll prepare food and give it to all the orphans who are suffering, right? So which is good. But it may not necessarily be prasadam. See, because what did we say? The most important thing in spiritual life, consider purification and spiritual perfection. Srila Prabhupada says spiritual perfection. He didn't even say spiritual advancement. He's saying spiritual perfection is a consideration. So in this case, what you can do, of course, you can make bhoga, but you can't make every day. So a little lower level, but still it's better to do that. If you're giving bulk, let's say bulk, chapati, flowers, all this, tell the Lord, oh Lord, please accept this. I want to give an offering this to orphanages. So at least there is a spiritual, devotional attitude to that service. Is that okay? Okay. Now, this is very important. Back in the 70s, when Srila Prabhupada was in Mayapur, he once noticed that these small children, they were fighting with dogs for leftover prasadam. Hungry kids, can you imagine fighting with dogs for leftover prasadam? And with so much compassion in his eyes, and tears, and so much compassion in him, and tears coming rolling down his cheeks, he said to the devotees that within a 10-mile radius, nobody should go hungry. And with this, the Food for Life program was inspired by ISKCON. Yeah, the Food for Life program. And the Food for Life program, what it does is prepares prasadam and feeds the needy, also in schools and all that. Okay? So this is something very important to consider, that if we can give prasadam, because whenever we are giving something in charity, remember, spiritual perfection is a consideration. And at the same time, how can we give spiritual life to somebody else? What is the greatest gift you can give to somebody? Krishna consciousness, right? So when you give even a charity, at the back of the mind, if that person is not Krishna conscious, how can I give Krishna consciousness to this person? And the easy way is just give them the Maha Mantra, tell them to chant, somehow do something. And of course, by giving prasadam, you're already starting their spiritual life, right? Okay. And then we get to what is another important aspect of charity? We said, what can we give in charity? We talked about different things, right? And one of them was we can give charity in cows, right? So animal protection. Cow protection is very, very important. What is very dear to Krishna? The brahmanas and the cows. Right? So cow protection, because what happens? If we don't protect these cows and they get elderly or they get sick, what happens to them? They'll end up in the slaughterhouse, right? So cow protection is very, very important. And there's so many institutions they have this program in place. ISKCON has many in India. There's so many, even within America. You can do your own research. If you can give money to the cow protection, the cows are protected. That is a very good charity because Krishna will be very, very pleased with you. Cows are very dear to Krishna. Okay. Now, we talked about all these things about charity in the mode of goodness. Now, let's talk a little bit about charity in the mode of passion. In the Bhagavad Gita 17:21, Krishna says this, charity performed with the expectation of some return or with a desire of fruitive results or in a grudging mood is said to be charity in the mode of passion. So we already talked about not expecting results, but this is one important thing. He says in a grudging mood. So if somebody asks us for charity or something, then he says, come on, I don't want to give this person, please give charity. Okay, here you go. So don't do it in a grudging mood, try to do it with all your heart, because otherwise it becomes charity in the mode of passion. We don't realize it, but these fine, small, very fine details, makes a big impact on our charity, So give it with a happy heart. Don't say, oh, come on, I have to give charity again. What is this, Okay. Then the next one is charity in the mode of ignorance. So in the Bhagavad Gita 17:22, Krishna says, charity performed at an improper place, at an improper time, to an unworthy person, and without proper attention and respect is to be said in the mode of ignorance. So we already talked about, the proper place, proper time, proper individual. But what does he say? What does he say here? Proper attention and respect. If it's not done in with proper attention and respect, it's in the mode of ignorance. So if Panditji comes to your house and says, here, this is we're collecting money for Janmashtami or can you give some donation? Then you say, so, you sit there, I'm busy, you sit there, and you tell your son or daughter, go and give this check. You're giving me charity, okay, it will give you some sukrita, but guess what? You're not being respectful for the person. If the person comes to your house, offer him a seat, if you can't offer him any prasadam, at least offer him some water, some nice words, Panditi, how are you? How are things going? Ask, just like you want to be treated, just treat others, the saying is, treat others the way you want to be treated. And that constitutes respect. Otherwise your charity becomes in the mode of ignorance. We don't realize it, but see, small things make a very big difference, right? Okay. So again, we said the best thing is to give charity to a Brahmana or Vaishnava. And we talked about attention. Now, this is the interesting part. How much charity should we give? Anybody? 10%, okay.
What you can afford.
What you can afford. Good question, good answers. So I'm going to talk about, first of all, charity and retirement. And then, yes?
I just have a little story to underscore the point that you're making.
Yeah.
There's a devotee in Washington, D.C.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
And I think this story underscores that having faith in giving charity to the Lord. He was a doctor, retired now, devotee. At the time he wasn't initiated. He made a vow to give 35% of his income. So you can imagine it's a fairly substantial amount. And so he did. He kept the vow. And the following year, his income increased 35%.
Well, close the mic, we can't hear here.
Can't hear?
Yeah, right now, yeah.
Okay, this one devotee, he's a medical doctor, and he lived near the Washington, D.C. temple for many years. And one year he had the revelation, I'm going to donate 35% of my income, which you do the math, you can imagine it's a substantial amount. Average doctor makes 250, 300,000 a year maybe. And so that was his vow, and he kept the vow. And then he told the devotees the following year, his salary, his income increased 35%. Exactly 30%.
Krishna reciprocates, right? But his intention was not that my income should go 35%. If that was his intention, that would have not happened. He's giving charity to help the devotees and see what Krishna does. So our intention should be not like that. I'm running out of time, so I'm going to skip a few things. But very quickly, in retirement, Srila Prabhupada recommended in retirement, okay, once we are done with everything, accumulated wealth, if you can give 50% to the Vaishnavas or some engaged in propagate Krishna consciousness, 25% to family members, then you're giving up everything, okay? And 25% for emergencies. And in the case of the Goswamis, they did that. Srila Rupa Goswami gave 50% to charity to Brahmanas, Vaishnavas, 25% to family members, and 25% for emergencies. And guess what? He used all that money in one emergency, in releasing Sanatan Goswami from the jail. And then all these Goswamis used to live under the tree begging. Of course, we are not there, we are not going to beg, but try to give as much as you can. Okay, now what about while we are working? This is very important. Like one Prabhu said, okay? So that I'm going to run into two examples. So there are two individuals. One is a single man and one is a family man with wife and 2 children. Both having same salaries, working same job. The one, the single-handed man, is able to save $2,000 a month, and the one with the family is able to save $1,000 a month. So the one with the family, the single man, he gives $100, and the one with the family, he gives $75 to the temple or whatever charity. So who's giving actually more money? The family man, because as a percentage, he's giving 7.5% of his salary as opposed to the other one. So the important thing is, keeping in mind, try to give as the best you can, to the best of your ability. After paying all the expenses, everything taken care of, try to give whatever you can. And it's nice to do as a percentage, like Prabhu brought it up, instead of $1 a month, because that may fluctuate, This year you may make a lot of money, next year may not, and then you'll be strained, And then again, more important, if you're not sure, again, like we said, this is Kali Yuga. There's a rule. There's a rule in the investment world. Do not keep all your eggs in the same basket, because if the basket breaks, all your eggs are trashed, right? So in charity, if you're not comfortable, then spread it out. Give your donations to various individuals, various temples, various charitable organizations. Okay, and you do it with most important thing. Do it happily, and keep in mind, charity is for purification and spiritual growth. Okay. There was something more I had to say, but I'm going to stop here because we are running out of time. I do apologize. I ran over time. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Janeshwar Gauranga Prabhu. Let's chant one time Mahamantra for him. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So next part of the program, we're going to do Aarti. Does anyone, you don't know probably what is Aarti, right? So Aarti, we see here, there's a plate over here that has a ghee lamp, some water, some flowers, some incense. So these are the paraphernalias, 5 elements. Earth, water, fire, air. So we're offering it back to the Lord. He gives it to us, and we offer it in devotion to Him. So, one person is going to perform the Aarti, and Lakshmi Narasimha Prabhu is going to sing. And this is a chance for us all to get up on our feet and dance for the Lord. Yes? So we can get up right now, and Lakshmi Narasimha Prabhu is going to start.
Haribo. Shri Radha Govinda Deva Ki Jai. Let's move these so we can have the Devi Dasi dancers.
Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namne Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Prachari Nirdeshisha Shunyavadi Pastatradesho Dari Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Prachari Nirdeshisha Shunyavadi Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaur-Bhakta-vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaur-Bhakta-vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaur-Bhakta-vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaur-Bhakta-vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaur-Bhakta-vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaur-Bhakta-vrinda Hari Haraye Namah Krishna Yadavaya Namah Hare Namah Krishna Yadavaya Namah Hari Haraye Namah Krishna Yadavaya Namah Hare Namah Krishna Yadavaya Namah Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshvaya Namah Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshvaya Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshvaya Namah Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshvaya Namah Gopam Govindaram Imadusudana Gopam Govindaram Imadusudana Gopal Govinda Ram Sima Dusudano Gopal Govinda Ram Sima Dusudano Giridhari Gopina Madana Mohan Giridhari Gopina Madana Mohan Giridhari Gopina Madana Mohan Madana Mohan Hare Nama Krishna Yatraya Namaha Hare Nama Krishna Yatraya Namaha Hori Hare Nama Krishna Yatraya Namaha Hare Nama Krishna Yatraya Namaha Yadvaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha Yadvaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha Yadvaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha Yadvaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Rama Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Gaura Nitai, Jai Gaura Nitai, Jai Gaura Nitai, Jai Gaura Nitai, Gaura Nitai, Gaura Nitai, Jai Radha Govinda Radha Govinda Radhe, Shama Sundara Radha Shama Sundara Radhe, Jayam Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivarajakacharyasthu Tarasata Sri Sriman. His Divine Loving Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki. Jayam Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivarajakacharyasthu Tarasata Sri Sriman. His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Ki. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki. Nam Acharya Thakur Hariras Ki. Then se kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki. Sri Sri Radha Govinda Deva Ki Jai. Sri Gaura Nitai Ki Jai. Nitai Gaura Pramanandi Hari Hari. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. Jai Sri Guru Sri Gauranga.
Please praise Lakshmi Narasimha Prabhu Ki. Lakshmi Narasimha Prabhu Ki, sorry. So now we'll sing Nashyada Arti, so everyone can follow. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Prahlad Hare Krishna. Thank you all for your wonderful association, and we love coming together like this and spending some quality time in hearing and chanting about the Lord. So how many of you who are here for the first time enjoyed this whole Sangha, this association? Did you enjoy? Thank you. Please keep coming again and again. We have this once or twice a month sometimes, and you can always know from Gabriela. So now,
Hare Krishna. So again, thank you everyone for coming. So today we'll celebrate Mataji's birthday. Her birthday was yesterday. So Krishna Shakti Mataji. So we'll celebrate her birthday today. And one more thing, we'll celebrate Mother's Day. So we get ready. No, we are not saying the age. We're just saying her birthday. Yeah. So Prabhu will say if you
For the backbone of society, we show our gratitude and our appreciation for all you mothers. You are the foundation. As the mother goes, so goes the children, so goes the house. The importance of mother in our society is tantamount. Mothers are such a factor. I know in my life, my mother was a wonderful, positive example. My wife can tell you she was always dancing. And she was always happy no matter what the trials and tribulations were in her life with her raising her three children. She always had that positive outlook. So that's why I say the mother is the backbone. There are 7 mothers, and the biological mother, the mother that gives us our birth, that is our first guru, who is telling us where to drink the milk. Mother immediately places it to her breast. Immediately, the child gets sustenance. Immediately, the child is welcomed to this world with love. So that has such a profound impact on our children, is the love and affection that is given to the child or not given to the child at birth. When we see a child is not given that, how many difficulties they have throughout the entirety of their life. But when a child is provided that love, that affection, that commitment, then that child has a very good possibility of growing straight and strong. So there's no amount of gratitude that we as a society, we as men, can demonstrate to the ladies who have given so much sacrifice. And it is a sacrifice. Motherhood is a sacrifice. Of all the sacrifices, it is the greatest sacrifice. And quite often, it is not as appreciated as it should be. I told my wife I don't want to take my next birth as a woman. I'm not strong enough. Which is true. I see the strength in my mother. I saw the strength in my grandmother, and it is an internal strength that cannot be compared to. I witnessed the birth of my son, and that strength is God-given, no doubt. So thank you, our gratitude, our appreciation to all of you mothers and potential mothers. Hey.
One more thing, in our Vedic culture, the most important aspect of devotional service is female, and most of the demigod also female. You know, like Radharani, of course, and then Parvati, Durga, the 7, mothers, and then all the key position is male. That means mothers has so much potency that even men cannot.
I just heard a story about Akbar. Akbar didn't believe. He thought the men were in charge. So he lined up 100 of his ministers, and he said, how many of you ministers are in control of your family? Those ministers that are in control of your family, you step to the side. One man stepped to the side. So he said, at least one person. He said, no, but my wife is the one who told me to step. So this is the strength of and the power of womanhood. And thank you all.
We want to, Vishesha Shubha Mataji and Sindhu made prasad for corsage. I'm not saying it right, I don't know. But here she is right here. And all the mothers will receive one on their wrist today. And the Mataji who didn't get the Bhagavad Gita, you will get on that book table over there, okay? So please don't leave. And we're going to sing a prasadam prayer as we give the corsages to all the mothers. Yes? Mahaprasade Govinde Namo Brahmane Vaishnave. Actually, mothers, come over here. Because if you can line up over here, all the mothers, Mataji is going to put on your wrist. I'm so sorry. Oh, the mothers, the child, okay. Just come this way and she'll give it to the child and the child will put it on. Okay. Mahaprasade Govinde Namo Brahmane Vaishnave Sapaponyamritam Rajan Vishwasanaiva Jayate Sharira Vidyaja Jyotirpriya Kadika Jire Pale Visasagare
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shiva Sadi Gaura Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Jai Hari Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol.
Let's sing the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra for Krishna Shakti Mataji all together. Hare Krishna
Hari Bol Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna to you. May you never take birth again. May you never take birth again. May you never take birth again. Go back to
She wants to live until 120 years old.
That's okay. Oops, sorry.
Ça m'a fait un nouveau. Non, attends, que fais? No, you have to feed. Who has to feed you first?
Good.
You feeding? Yeah. It's a birthday. Yeah, come on. Take a picture. Take a picture together. Yeah.
I want more.
29 years old. Wow.
80. No, it's 8 years old.
8 years old.
0 after doesn't count.
I'm catching up to
Now the which mother?
Yeah, we're changing the rule. The 0 after doesn't count.
Right.
So now we have
Well, that means I don't have any zeros.
Okay, all mothers, come here.
Come here,
All mothers. Come.
Everybody give this first.
Come here.
Last 5 minutes, please. 5 minutes. Focus on this and then we'll come.
Yeah, maybe cake also comes this side. No. Cake will be here.
Haribo.
Which one?
All the mothers, please, if you get a shot.
No, right hand. Shama Priya Mata.
Maybe Mataji, you only take mine. That will be easy.
Сейчас, подожди, не снимайте. По очереди сейчас, солнышко. Сейчас, подожди.
This is a bracelet.
Сейчас с меня снимем. Подожди,
He can come.
Yes. Is it filming now?
What is that? What is
Mira.
Oh, coffee. I already ate one. So. Radhika Bhakti Mata. Hi. Radhika
We are getting 2 flowers. One
What about to you? Where is your son?
Huh?
Where's your
My
son?
son didn't come. My daughter is here.
Okay, well.
No, because we have less.
give it to
No, we have less.
Haribo.
Happy Mother's Day. Haribol.
We had a Bhakti Yoga club, so every Sunday we would,
You give me. You have one. No, daughter is there. आपको मिलेगा daughter पहनाएगी. बिंदु माता जी का. Okay, okay. Haribol. Happy Mother's Day. Bindu Mata ji come. Bindu Mata ji will not hold.
It's still recording, so you'll go hold the soul.
Yes, yes. Haribol. Thank you.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. Oh, no. Thank you.